talk a bit about what's going on our end?
We're in the Bay of Biscay.
Not in the Bay of Biscay.
There we are. What time of year is it?
January the 21st.
And it's pretty damn cold.
It's pretty cold. Our self-steering gear doing a great job, so we can just sit back and relax.
We've got a boat about 2 miles over there that left Falmouth the same day as us that we've just come into contact with today.
Where the f*** are they?
They're really cold.
Yeah, let me see them. Not the right lens. Probably 30 hours Falmouth now, and I think we've done 150 miles in the last 24 hours, which is pretty good, considering when we left Falmouth we were just becalmed around the Lizard Point and the Manacles for like maybe like 8 or 10 hours, just sort of drifting along at about 3 knots. And since about 8 or 9 o'clock last night, we had the whole Genoa pulled out on the port side and the main on the other side, goose swinging with the preventer. And this morning I just set up the monitor window for the first time this trip, and it's pretty impressive because it can handle these 2 big sails flying downwind at like probably about 7 knots, and it's a little bit erratic, but it does the job. A bit better than we would. And there's a f***off boat over there as well. Have a look at that one.
Yeah, we'll be staying out of your way, mate.
Which watch have you just done?
Oh, I've just done graveyard shift, 4 till 8.
It's 8 now?
Huh?
It's 8 now?
It's 8 now. So,
You've been,
bedtime for
you've
me.
been sat here for 4 hours.
But it's nice because to the port side I've seen the moonrise and the sunrise. Well, not the sunrise just yet, but it's a little hazy. I don't know if we're going to get a glorious sunrise. It's a lot choppier than it was. I've been splashed a bit of wobbling around.
Do you think it's warmed up?
It's hard to tell because the wind's picked up.
The wind has picked up quite a lot.
Still feels like freezing.
Oh, nice.
Especially with the free showers. We haven't got our shower set up yet. I'm quite grateful for the splashes.
Yeah.
What's happening?
So, day 3, I think it is. This is our 3rd full day.
Yeah, day 3.
And last night was pretty windy. As it got dark, we went down from 2 to 3 reefs, and then the wind kept on building, and we took the main down and just went down to a slither of headsail, and then we all took in turn steering throughout the night because there's no way the autopilot can handle it. And now it's the morning, and there's still quite a lot of swell around, but it's just starting to drop off, which is nice. But about 5 times, I reckon 5 times last night, a breaking wave filled the whole cockpit. Like, big breaking waves were sloshing over the whole boat. Like, the cockpit was full, it was leaking through Chloe's window into her cabin down there. That's how full it was.
Yeah.
It's just really wet. I think what we'll do is pull in some Euros.
Oh, the rear, yeah.
And just like, I don't know, go there, sort out, sleep, eat, and then leave like a day later and
Yeah.
cruise down to wherever. Sounds good.
What's happening, Max?
Well, we made it across Biscay. It was a really good passage, but it was difficult. The first 2 days were pretty easy, just downwind sailing, and then the third night, the wind picked up to about, I would say it was around 35, maybe 40. There was a consistent whine coming from the rigging, and I normally think that when the rigging starts to when the rigging starts to whine, that's like 35 knots, and it was whining like consistently. The waves, like, although they weren't that big, they were fully breaking, like super steep. I think it's something to do with the water around Biscay, but like 4 or 5 times you could just hear like a rumbling sound behind you, and then suddenly like white water over the whole boat, like cockpit full. First time it happened to you, didn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and you
Right
were
in the
like,
face.
yeah, and then there was the cockpit was just swimming in water, and Chloe's window, because the boat was heeled over a little bit on starboard tack, Chloe's window would just be like completely underwater, and then there was like water coming in through the seam, like the window seam. The engine throttle leaks, apparently, didn't know that was a thing, but like through the actual lever thing on the throttle, that, like you said, that gushed through a load of water.
Yeah, also on my side.
Anyway, so third night, everything was wet, everyone was super tired, it was super windy, big breaking waves, and cold. And then we woke up the next day, the wind died, we hoisted the main again, and managed to make it to Finisterre like the next night, and then the next morning we were totally becalmed. And because it was really rough, we found a lot of weak spots on the boat. First one being engine, fuel tank filled with water, which was partly, well, completely my fault, because it obviously came in through the vent where the fuel tank vents out through the back of the boat. The waves were coming up and shoving the water up, managed to get into the engine. Steering column slipped a little bit, which could have been potentially pretty bad, but luckily we still had steerage on the boat. Cooker fell off its gimbal, that was just from being rocked around so hard. Little rip in one of the sails.
Autopilot.
Wind vane, like on the second day, for like almost, I would say 20 hours, we had the wind vane pretty much working perfectly, and then as it started to build towards the night, the boat was doing like 8 or 9 knots, and the force of the like foil thing kicking to the side on the monitor wind vane just shook the whole frame, and it shook it so hard that a couple of the bolts came loose, like there was play in the whole system, and I just disengaged it and we wheel steered for the rest of the way. But now we're here in Ria de Muros, in the north of Spain. Fixed the engine, fixed the steering, gonna motor around to the marina and fix a few more things.
The leaks.
The leaks, yeah. And we're gonna go climb that hill over there now. Look at that hill.